feet never mention these feeding our children.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers, next on EA Sports.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, this is going to be a good one. We've all followed the story. Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay after 18 seasons. He winds up in New York, and now we get the matchup we've been wanting. Jets versus Packers.
Okay, let's just go ahead and address the obvious, right? It is the master versus the pupil. Aaron Rodgers and his heir apparent in Green Bay, Jordan Love, going head-to-head. Both of them taking the stage here. Aaron Rodgers learning a new team. Jordan Love trying to take over Aaron Rodgers' old team. Which green is going to come out on top?
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his fourth NFL season, Jordan Love.
This is set up now to be the true beginning of Love's NFL career, because he's finally out from under the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay is giving him this season to prove he can be their starter. 4 years after he was drafted in the first round, we'll find out if Love is the next decade-long starter for the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, ready?
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. Love, they go play action now. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Play action this time with Love. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw now, here's Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. To the air again, Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On on any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So here now the rookie 6th rounder, Anders Carlson, for the Packer field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the 4-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
There's a nice play by Hall, who was hitting his stride and more, and looking like a franchise back when a torn ACL ended his rookie year at 7 games. We all saw the electricity. We felt it before he went down, though. The expectations very high for the future star here in year 2.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Love.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara.
And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Love now. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Love. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dillon is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Hall again on 2nd down. Dances by him. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Rodgers to throw once more.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On second down, here's Rodgers.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
The Butte, and now off to the races, down the right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. It's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And Watson has it right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And complete once again to Watson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll find the blow, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Sauce Gardner, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up to make the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Touchdown!
Aaron Jones.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught by Wilson.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Rodgers going to throw.
Going right back to Wilson.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Rodgers now on first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Rodgers again now. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Straight ahead is Hall. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall,
14 yards.
and the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
Able to slither by. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I know with the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll try the left side with Dillon.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. But they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before.
Trailing 17-10, and time a huge factor. They'll need to take this football a full 90 yards here as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.